Good morning.
Good morning.
How's everybody today?
Good.
Great.
Great? I'd like to hear it.
I am. I'm great.
Great?
Great.
All right. We don't have any new guests today. So I'd like to go into announcements. We have the summer solstice coming up this Saturday evening at 7 o'clock. And we've got a lot of things planned. So please plan to come out and join us. Hopefully it'll be cool in the evening. We'll see about getting some lighting in the tent, since it'll be after 7 o'clock. It'll be at 7 o'clock. So we need to think about that. Are there any other announcements? It's good to see Jan here, and JD, and Cheryl, and Charlie, Breezy, Becky, Delcy, Peggy, Jennifer, Nancy Cole, Pamela, Susie Q, Angela Hart, Tom, and Nancy Pendergraph, and myself. I just wanted to say the names that are here today. Oh, and Alan, of course, he's our photographer today. So I wanted to name everybody because there was some mentioning on Facebook. Somebody said, I was hoping to see everybody's faces on the video, and we haven't been doing that for the past few Sundays. So I don't know if that can be done later on in the service, but we'll try, especially for Ellen Thomas. She's the one that requested that. Anybody else have any announcements? Charlie.
I have a brother. His name is David, but he goes by Bill. He's 75 years old. He spent 3 tours of Vietnam. And in that, he saved his whole platoon, and he took a bullet for it. So he has all these wonderful medals. The Army has reached out to him, and he's also been a police officer for most of his life. And the police force here in Huntsville, Madison, have reached out to him, sent him a booklet of a lot of things they want to do, and they are bringing him from Arizona, he and his wife, and on the 4th of July, they are going to honor him on the arsenal for his service given to the U.S., his medals, everything. They're going to do a plaque. I'm not sure yet where that's going, but it's going to have everything on it. And the police force is giving him a police car for the day, or for 2 days, and a driver. And he can go anywhere he wants to go, and the driver will take him. So I'm just so proud of him and for what he sacrificed for his country. And I just wanted to let you all know that on the 4th of July, that's where I'm going to be.
Congratulations to him. If you would stand with me while I dedicate the flames, appreciate it. I call forth and I dedicate this flame to the Father Principal of Will.
Father Principal of Will.
I call forth and I dedicate this flame to the Mother Principal of Active Intelligence in Matter.
Active intelligence and matter.
I call forth and I dedicate this flame to the Son Principle of Love and Wisdom.
The Son Principle of love and wisdom.
I call forth and I dedicate this flame to the Diamond Platinum Ray
To the
Diamond Platinum Ray.
I call forth and I dedicate this flame to the Center of Light in Huntsville and in Australia International. Thank you. Now if you would turn in your songbook, we're going to sing Spirit of the Living God.
Just to the accompaniment of a chainsaw, but whatever.
Spirit of the living God, fall afresh on me. Spirit of the living God, fall afresh on me. Melt me, mold me, fill me, use me. Spirit of the living God, fall afresh on me. A gentle love song. Write me down. Write me down a gentle love song, one to spin my head around and get me off the ground. Write me down fall down a dark and lonely tower. As I listened, I could hear a word or two. Seems I've heard myself a lonely word or two. You could mend it if you really wanted to. We could mend it if we really wanted to. Write me down a gentle love song, one to spin my head around and get me off the ground. Write me down a gentle love song, get me lost, yeah, get me lost, yeah, get me found. I saw a clown without his grease paint crying softly on a subway. Seen a drunk alone in church and lying knotted in a pew. Seen a proud old man with feathers wounded with a golden arrow. As I listened, I could hear a word or two. Seems I heard myself a lonely word or two. You could mend it if you really wanted to. We could mend it if we really wanted to. Write me down a gentle love song, one to spin my head around and get me off the ground. Write me down a gentle love song, get me lost, yeah, get me lost, yeah, get me found. And in the decree section, preamble to decrees, this sets the tone. Together, may all that is involved in human speech be cleansed, our tongues and throats be washed with light and blessed, our minds and hearts clear channels for the God's expression, and that which we decree shall manifest. May consciousness hold strong in full awareness, all inner turbulence be laid to rest, all personal desire be bowed in joyful service, and that which we decree shall manifest. May each accept his source within the heart of God, and know that all who live are God expressed, and know the power of the real shall have dominion, and that which we decree shall manifest. In love, in power, and in wisdom balanced, may all the work be done with truth its test, outpicturing the Master's plan through this clear channel, and that which we decree shall manifest. Healing affirmations. This goes along with what Tom's going to be speaking about today. Together, with my heart open to God's renewing love, I accept my healing now. I am healthy and strong because I am one with God's healing, vitalizing presence. I am created in the image of God, blessed with strength and wholeness. The power of God sustains and blesses with perfect health. I have instant access to God's healing power within. I am whole and well in mind, body, and spirit. Healing prayers. Together. In the silence of your presence, God, I feel your healing life flowing through me now, bringing peace to my mind and energy to my body. Enfolded in your powerful healing love, God, I experience health and wholeness in mind, body, and emotions. Thank you, God, for your healing life that surges throughout every cell of my entire being, strengthening me and restoring me to wholeness. To you, dear God, I release any concern about my health. I trust your healing love and your living, giving presence to renew me. Dear God, I am open and receptive to your healing power. Your light and life energize every cell of my being, and I am grateful. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Tom Maples. He's handing out some more handouts, I believe. And he's going to be speaking on 3 healing mantras.
Good morning. I've passed out a handout. It's got 3 healing mantras. These are the 3 most powerful healing mantras in the Eastern tradition. And I have used all of them. At one point, I was chanting each of these for an hour a day each. And it was very, very powerful. And so over the last 4 or 5 years, I have transformed my health. And I have lost about 140 pounds. I've done it in the healthiest way possible, which is very slowly, and sort of very consistently and deliberately. Okay. And many of you have seen this, and so people have asked me, "What have you done?" And it was a lot of diet and exercise and changing some things in my life, but it was first and foremost healing exercise, and that was entirely powered by spirit. It was entirely an effort of divine will and also applied metaphysics. And I used a lot of metaphysical tools along the way, and mantra is one of the most important ones that I used, and these 3 mantras were key in this process that has transformed my health and my energy and my whole life. And it starts with daily practice, but also just the intention and the will and the knowledge that you know that these things work and that they're actually working on you. You can feel them working on you. You can feel the energy, and you can feel the healing happening, and it's very beautiful. So the whole process was not me just, oh, I can't wait till I get, lose some more weight. It was a beautiful process to follow the whole way through. And so mantra is important to me. It actually was one of the first things I did, I would say, as a spiritual practice. For whatever reason, I sort of came into a spiritual awakening in this life through some Hindu concepts. And I actually had bought a book around 2010 at the Dream Maker called Chakra Mantras by an author named Thomas Ashley Farrand, who his spiritual name is Namadeva. He's an American-born Vedic priest who spent a lot of time in India and had a very prominent Hindu teacher, guru, who basically identified him to be able to take these teachings back to the West. There's still not a lot of really good information on Sanskrit mantra in the West, and a few decades ago there was very little. And so this guru of Thomas Ashley Farrand's initiated him with a spiritual energy to be able to go back to the West and to write books on mantra for a Western audience, which he did. He has several books, and I recommend them all. But this book immediately grabbed me, and I was very interested in it, and the ideas really kind of blew me away. I didn't know anything about mantra. You don't even have to really believe in the deities or anything that go along with Hinduism to just understand that Sanskrit is an energetic language first, which means that each syllable has an energetic vibration. There's 50 syllables, and each of them has a specific vibration that is linked to one of the petals on one of your chakras, one of your 7 chakras. And when you intone that Sanskrit syllable, it makes that chakra vibrate faster. And so when you are chanting a mantra, it's like an energetic formula. You're causing different petals on different chakras to vibrate, and it creates a resonance pattern, an energetic wave of energy in your body that then makes certain changes in your body's system, but also attracts those energies into you from outside. And so that idea was very clear in my mind. It made sense, and I really understood it. And these formulas, these mantra formulas, were developed over thousands of years, and it was done just by experimentation, or it was a lot was given, I think, through guidance. But sages that had etheric sight, could see the etheric body, would watch somebody chant a certain mantra and look at the effects. And see and say, okay, that does that, and let's change this or whatever. So these formulas were put together, and so the ones that have been passed down to us are tried and true over thousands of years. And these 3 are considered the most powerful of the healing mantras. And so what you want to do with any mantra is you want to chant it at least 108 times per day. You've seen the beads. It's called a mala, the 108 beads. And that's to help you keep count while your eyes are closed. And one of the beads is larger and often has a feather or something attached. And so you know when you've completed a circuit, and you keep going. So there's 108 energy channels in your body that you want to cover by chanting 108 times, either short mantras or long mantras. You want to do 108 and more if possible. A really powerful discipline is to do 1,000 repetitions per day. And you also want to chant at least 40 days. You want to do at least 108 repetitions of a mantra every day for 40 days. And once you do that and complete that, you will notice changes in your life. And so there's different ways to do it, different spiritual disciplines to follow, but they really work. So I've been chanting off and on for about 10 years, and really very consistently over the last 3 or 4 years, I've really ramped it up, and it's sort of coincided with this accelerated healing that I've experienced. And so I wanted to get these into your hands and recommend them. I'm going to pronounce each one of them. We're going to talk about its meaning and its effects and a little bit of background on it. But just so you know, if you were to pick one of these, the Rama mantra, the first one, if you were to do it 108 times a day, that's going to take 18 minutes of your day. But 18 minutes of your day for some profound healing. Now, if you don't have anything wrong with you, these mantras can prevent anything from happening to you. They're preventative. They also, I believe, they stop aging, and they actually reverse aging. A few months ago, somebody said, "Wow, you look great." And I said, "Well, I've been chanting the Rama mantra." And so it brings pure healing energy into your body, and just sets your body vibrating with pure healing energy. So I do believe they can affect aging as well. They also just raise your vibration in general. They bring peace into your life. They bring light into your life, and a calmness and a focus and a clarity. All mantras basically do that. And these, they all have secondary effects as well. So the first one, this is the one Thomas Ashley Farron recommends. He says it's a long mantra. He says this is a freight train mantra, and I know because it's long, but I still recommend it to beginners because it is so powerful. And he has seen this over decades of teaching mantra to Americans who have no background in it at all, and he has seen the healing power of these mantras. And he says this one actually, it is long, but it's easy to learn if you need to. If you need healing, this one will come easy to you, and you will see almost instantaneous results from it. So it's called the Apadamapa of Rama. And I'll go ahead and I'll see what this sounds like. But I think I'm going to try them twice just so you see what it feels like to go more than once. So Om Apadamapa Hattaram Dattaram Sarva Samparam Loka Biramam Shri Ramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham Om Apadamapa Hattaram Dattaram Sarva Samparam Loka Biramam Shri Ramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham. So as you can feel that, I can feel it. It just instantly raised my energy, and I can feel it deep. It's a resonant. It just has a very positive vibration. And this one, he says, is one of the two most powerful. This one and the next one we're going to look at. He also says the Gayatri, the third one, is the third most powerful one. Though that one is bigger than just healing. But this one, the translation, these mantras have kind of an indirect translation. They don't translate perfectly because, again, it's more of an energetic effect. It's a vibratory effect rather than a language-based or meaning-based message. Though the message does kind of go with it, and some of them are very flowery in their language. But this one is, "O healing potency, source of blessings. Send the Lord Rama and Sita's energy right here to the earth where it is so needed." Rama was the seventh avatar of Vishnu and considered the ideal man, very noble, and he followed right conduct and everything. And he was married to Sita, the love of his life, and they represent the ideal marriage and also the blending of masculine and feminine. So Sita's energies come with Rama, and they're very balanced in that way. But this one can be used for any kind of medical, mental, emotional problem. And Thomas Ashley Farron has seen some really, really powerful effects, very serious diseases that this mantra, when chanted with consistency, and devotion over a period of time, can cure. And so it is recognized for its direct healing energy. So this one I think of more as bringing in raw healing power when you need that, just general raw healing power. And it's not just into you. It is usable energy for people around you. So when you're saying bring it to the earth, it's literally bringing it to the earth. So that is very much needed now. All these mantras can be chanted around people. If you're chanting it for yourself, it will have an effect if they're around you on them. Or they can be chanted, you can play them, recording, next to somebody who's ill. The next one specifically recommends doing that. And also, you can chant with intention for someone else. You can chant a mantra, like a healing prayer for someone else. You can go on a 40-day discipline for somebody else. That means they get all of the energy. Now, he says, be sure to state in the beginning that you're not taking their karma. That's just his advice. But that is a valid thing you can do if you want to help heal somebody. You can chant one round for yourself and one round for somebody else. You just specify where the energy should go. So I've done this one. This one takes 18 minutes to do 108. And so I used to do, he also says that an hour a day, really, you'll start to see profound changes in your life if you can chant for an hour a day. And so when I do this one, I do 432, and that takes a little over an hour to do that. Just I'm trying to hit that hour mark. All right, let's go to the next one. This is called the Mahamrittyunjaya mantra, or the Markandeya mantra. This is a Shiva mantra. And Shiva is the most, or one of the most powerful Hindu deities. He's the Lord of consciousness and some other things as well. But he, Mrityunjaya, Mitryan means death, and Jaya means victory over. So this is the victory over death mantra. Markandeya, it was a sage that used this mantra to cure himself of an incurable disease and also to preserve his youth. So it's a longevity mantra as well. It has many different effects. It's very powerful. It's considered the second most powerful Hindu mantra next to the Gayatri, which we'll look at next. And this one is considered, it activates an aggressive form of Shiva, and you can feel this. It's a very powerful energy. I've even had to stop sometimes because it was too hot. It was just feeling too powerful. But you will feel the effects of this one. And so I'll go ahead and chant this one. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvar Ukamava Bandhanan Mridyor Mukshya Mamritat. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvar Ukamava Bandhanan Mridyor Mukshya Mamritat. So you can feel that one. It's a very powerful mantra. You can see here, this has a list of the words that are broken down, the Sanskrit symbols, and then the transliteration of them, and then the definitions. And you can see that the actual translation, and this one has many different translations. I just picked this one. Shelter me, O three-eyed Lord Shiva. Bless me with health and immortality, and sever me from the clutches of death, even as the cucumber is cut from the creeper. But you can see the actual translations of the phrases. It's kind of an approximate message when you put all that together. You've got some of the elements in here. Other translation I've seen is, "O Lord Shigra, fragrant one." Same fragrance is, I guess, spiritual, positive spiritual energy. But you see three-eyed. The three-eyed Shiva, of course, is the third eye. So this one does work on your third eye and activates your third eye chakra. It also brings prosperity as well, and many of these mantras do. They bring material as well as health. Prosperity, abundance in all of its forms, basically. But this one in particular helps you avoid accidents. They say chant it before you get in a car to drive, because it can help you avoid accidents. It says it overcomes, it eliminates the fear of mortality and also of ailments. So that's a pretty pertinent thing for now with some scary viruses and things out there. It'll help overcome as well as ward them off. In a practical sense, it'll help you overcome fear of the ailments as well. And so, but I think of this one as a general healing, but also more of a longevity one, an age reversal mantra, a protection mantra. It says that it rejuvenates, bestows health, wealth, long life, peace, prosperity, and contentment. It generates divine vibrations that ward off all of the negative and evil forces and creates a powerful protective shield. Regular chanting will protect you from sudden death, accidents, famine, misfortunes of any kind, calamity, and unexplained situations. So that all sounds very positive. And it is a very powerful mantra. They say specifically to chant this one or play a recording next to anyone who is ill or in pain, and it will help relieve their pain. And so it is one of the two most powerful direct healing mantras. But
can you get recordings of it?
Yes, just look for the Markandeya mantra. There's lots of YouTube recordings. Some of them are accompanied to music as well. And so it's a very well-known and very popular mantra. It's either called the Maha Mrityunjaya or the Markandeya. But this one, like all mantras, it connects you with the divine vibrational energy, sets up this energy pattern of vibration in your body, and then that has its own effects, but then that attracts those energies in makes you like, it magnetizes you to those other energies that come in. And so this one, this says it helps you make right decisions. This one helps resolve horoscope-related issues. It can smooth out the negative planetary influences. If you're going through a rough patch astrologically, it can help you navigate that in a smoother way. And so there's a lot going on astrologically in the background right now, and so this is a good one to chant. And this helps resolve family disputes, overcome financial setbacks, and liberates from the death and rebirth cycle. So it has a lot of effects. A very powerful mantra. The last one is the Gayatri Mantra. Thomas Ashley Farron cannot recommend this one highly enough, and he really persuaded me years ago. This one I've been doing the longest, and when it's a very long mantra, it's a 42 syllable mantra, it was very difficult for me to memorize this one for some reason. I had to use flashcards and write it down. I mean, just like and it wasn't sticking. It was just hard. But when the day that I finally memorized it, and I was able to recite it without notes, I was on my porch, and a hummingbird immediately appeared and just hovered for several minutes, like it wanted to communicate with me. And I'd never seen a hummingbird anywhere around that house before or after. And so I took that as a sign from Spirit that, stay with the Gayatri. Good job for memorizing that. And it's considered the greatest mantra. It comes out of the original fire ceremonies, the creation of the universe. And it's the only mantra to come out of those. The Rig Veda and the other Vedas, the earliest Vedic scriptures came out of those, but the Gayatri Mantra came out of those as well. And it is considered the master mantra. It contains the essence of all other mantras. So if you're going to pick one, this is the best one to do. What it does is it brings in pure spiritual light. And it brings the pure spiritual light into your body, into every cell, into every atom, and into all of your 7 chakras. And it's considered, the actual words and the sounds are considered to be pure spiritual light in the form of sound. And so it's true enlightenment. Enlightenment, in a spiritual sense, to enlighten, you have to have something that receives the light and something that transmits the light. And what that is, what receives the light is our ego mind personality. And what transmits the light is our soul. And so when we enlighten our body, we are basically bringing in the light from our soul, from our higher self. And if you do this enough, you'll physically glow. And but it will also transform your life in many different ways. It's also usable energy for everyone else around you. And it is the planetary liberation mantra. And it also hooks you into all other people who have ever chanted this mantra before. All of the great sages who've chanted this throughout history. And this is a very common mantra in India, and has been for thousands of years. So that's a lot of people chanting this, and you're dialing yourself into that and making yourself a part of that whenever you chant this mantra. And so what it does is Hinduism has 7 luminous spheres of light. Each one is a higher vibration and a more sort of refined spiritual essence. It corresponds to our 7 planes of creation. And each one of our chakras is tied into those. And so what this does is it connects you with all 7 of those spheres of consciousness. and brings all those vibrations into your body. And so I'll go ahead and chant this. Om Bhur, Om Bhuvaha, Om Swaha, Om Maha, Om Janaha, Om Tapaha, Om Sajjam, Om Tat Savatur Varenyam, Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi, Dio Yonaha Prachodaya. Om Bhur, Om Bhuvaha, Om Swaha, Om Maha, Om Janaha, Om Tapaha, Om Sajjam, Om Tat Savatur Varenyam, Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi, Dio Yonaha Prachodaya. And so to do that one 108 times will take you around 25 minutes. And that's totally worth it. 25 minutes a day to devote to the Gayatri mantra, the greatest of all mantras, and to bring all that light into your body and into the world. The translation is, "O self-effulgent light," effulgent, I guess. "O self-effulgent light that has given birth to all the lokas, or spheres of consciousness, who is worthy of worship and appears through the orbit of the sun, illumine our intellect." And it is the mantra for enlightenment. It asks the universe to assist us in our enlightenment. Gayatri is the goddess of light. And the Gayatri mantra plays an important God-given role in the uplifting of the entire species toward enlightenment. And that's why it's the planetary liberation mantra, and the one that'll help bring us into the age of Aquarius, the new age, the more people that chant this. And so it's a very, very positive mantra. It also will bring very positive benefits into your life. It says those who practice the Gayatri mantra will observe that their life force becomes very strong, that their karma is reduced or completely overcome, that longevity and good health are promoted, and that brilliance and spiritual illumination come to them just as the dawn follows the night. So all of the benefits, I believe that raising your vibration sort of takes care of all problems, and this one is the one that's most directly geared to do that in a direct sense. So the Gayatri mantra. So in any case, this one will take you 25 minutes a day. The Apadamapa would take you around 17 or 18 minutes a day to do 108, and then the Markandeya, or the Maha Mrityunjaya, will take around 20 minutes a day. So three rounds of those is an hour, and I've been doing that in addition to another one. There was a time a few weeks ago I was doing each of these for an hour each, really about 3.5 hours, because I wanted to make sure I got a full hour in, and that put me over with some of these. But that was incredibly powerful, and I sort of thought of that as the full healing discipline, is to do each of these for an hour each. But just to do one of them, or really to do three, if you did all three just one time each in a day, that would take you about an hour. That would be your hour of mantra chanting, which they say is the mark for real transformation in your life. And then also you'd be covering all these different bases. But I wanted to get these in your hands as a metaphysical tool. I know that they work. They've worked on me, and I feel like I am sort of a testimonial for being able to transform your health, transform your fitness, but transform your energy, and these were absolutely key into helping me do that over the last few years. And it's not just me. There's millions of people all over the world who use these for healing. Let's move on then to the great invocation. And decrees are mantras. There are mantras, and so this one is one of the most powerful mantras. It's been called the new Lord's Prayer. It is praying to the solar lord basically brings the highest energy down through the planes and grounds it in the earth plane and follows that formula, and it's considered the Lord's Prayer for the new age. So let's do it together. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. That was great. It brought back a lot of memories for me, spending 9 to 10 years practicing Buddhism out in Kansas. And one of the things is he was reading some of these definitions, and it brought back an old question of mine that why can't we just say it in English? You know, I questioned, why am I chanting all these Sanskrit words and I don't even know what they mean? You know, I said, what do they mean? What do they mean? And I did eventually find out what they meant, but the answer to that was that those Sanskrit chants, as you could tell when he was chanting them, is that they're very rhythmical. And that rhythm puts you in line and in alignment with the rhythm of the universe. If you just say it in English terms, yes, we know the meaning, but it stays all up here in the head. But when you actually chant them, it brings it into your feeling body and into your physical body. So that's one of the reasons. It's a very austere practice, just like any other practice that we recommend, like meditation and saying your decrees every day and staying in alignment. It does take effort, and it does take commitment to make something really work and manifest. It takes an austere practice. So, you know, this would be, I would love to learn some of these, you know, if we can get it. Yeah, he can teach them. We can listen to them online to hear the rhythm. And it took us a long time to learn how to chant the Lotus Sutra. It's very, very long. Very long. It's a little booklet. And over a period of time, it got relegated to memory. And then we got into the rhythm and the music of it. That was very beautiful. So thank you, Tom, for that reminder. Love that. I'd like for you at this time, if you would take your offering, place it in your hands, and bless it, and charge it with whatever it is that you need in your life, and then send it on to do its work in the universe.
This way, everyone. And smile.
Light of Christ flows through us as we give and receive God's blessings of prosperity and abundance.
I'd like to close today's service with the song Dona Nobis Pacem, which means I give you my peace. Dona nobis pacem, pacem. Dona nobis pacem. High voices come in. Dona nobis pacem. Dona nobis pacem. Low voices come. Dona nobis pacem. Dona nobis pacem. One more time. Dona nobis pacem, pacem. Dona nobis pacem.
With love and gratitude, I return these flames to their source, and may they remain lit in your hearts, minds, and souls until we meet again.
Hey, Tony.
This was already returned.
Also, if you have a class, I'm down
Thank
for
you
it.
so much for coming. I appreciate you being here.